Hey guys, so I really wanted to go live to do this today, but with all the interruptions between my dog and my toddler, it wasn't gonna happen. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about detail contouring. I've been talking to a few of my clients who have purchased makeup through me and they're just like, it just doesn't look the same, what do I do, this and that. So what I ended up doing and what I'm going to do from here on out is I take the picture that I took of you at our consultation and I can put a face map on you. I mean, I can do it if you just send me a selfie too, but so anyway, I just figured we'd start out. I have exfoliated, I have moisturized, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my primer. I'll try to quit saying I'm really good at that. This is the primer I use, it's from Walmart. I have an oily nose and then I have like super dry skin everywhere else, so the moisturizer helps with that. And the primer helps with the oiliness. So my makeup does feel a little bit heavier with this primer underneath, but I'm okay with that for the most part. I don't really mind having my makeup a little bit heavier. Alright. And then I always do eyeshadow primer. And then move straight into highlighting and contouring. I don't have any of my brushes out, sorry. So I use my 30-second hack. You can use the detail hack too, but it's got a little bit smaller end for highlighting, which is really good for detailing, but it just takes a little bit longer to get everything on. With this one, it's a little bigger, so you kind of get more product in one swoop. So when I put highlight on, I start in the corner, I go down, out, over. So it almost makes like a pie triangle shape right there. Keep in mind this is a much more detailed look, so this is not the simplest way you can wear this makeup. This is a little bit more effort put into it, so just keep that in mind. So with my contouring end, I pinch it. I mean, you don't have to, but I just like to. I just pinch it nice and flat and then dab it into my contour color. And I always start out here because you want your contour out here to be darker and then get a little bit lighter as you come this way. And one of the ways I was explaining it, here, let's see. One of the ways I was explaining it to one of my clients was you want to start at about the top of your ear. And I do almost a swooping motion like this. So now I come down to about my earlobe maybe. It's not necessarily my ear I'm looking at though. I'm looking at my jaw right here. Because if you come down too low, then your jaw starts to disappear. And you don't want that. It almost gives you a facelift to keep your contour up a little bit higher because that will carve out your cheeks without making everything disappear and without making your face look long and saggy. So just go right there. So let's go ahead and do this. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it's just, you know, kind of a baseline for you to start with. You're gonna blend everything anyway. That's why I say it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have perfectly sharp lines because you don't want perfectly sharp lines all over your face anyway. Everything's gonna blend together, so it's all good. Don't be scared. So then I turn my brush just a little bit and kind of use the edge of the brush right here. Sorry, right there. And push at the bottom of my contour and bring it right out here. So then I go back to my highlight and do that jaw piece. And I go over my lip, around my mouth. And you want to get highlight right underneath that little curve right there. This is also helping create that nice contoured look. And then I always come out to where my brow starts to arch right here on both sides. And then I do just a arch motion. Color, and then just go right along the sides of your nose. Naturally, you have a shadow right there. So I just go along the sides and on the bottom. Done. Remember how we brought our highlight out to this arch right here? I just start on the outside and go right there. So just right past the highlight and get that whole area right there. And if you get a little crazy with your contour, you can take your highlight end and just kind of smooth it out. You're looking at your face and seeing, like, see that's kind of a harsh line right there. So you can just kind of dab it. That'll help pull it out a little bit. That's kind of harsh right there. And then I use a different contour color. This one is Shadow, and this one's a little more ashy. I use this one to do my jaw. And I never go on top of my jaw. I always go underneath. I do the whole thing, and then I blend down onto my neck.
Because you don't want like nice big harsh black line right there. You want it to kind of look like a natural shadow, so you pull it down.
Okay, so my phone actually died right after I got done doing that, so I went ahead and did my eyes while my phone was being lame. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish showing you detail contouring and wrap this up. You can just leave it like that. I mean, obviously you'll put blush and stuff on, but as far as highlighting and contouring goes, you can just leave it like that. When I'm doing kind of a detailed look, and honestly I've kind of started doing it every day just because I love the way it looks, I will take my detail hack and I will take the fatter end of it. I will use my shadow. I just like to use shadow because I think that's what works best for me. So I take, see how it's kind of flat? So I'll go ahead and take this sharp edge right here and dip that sharp edge into my shadow. And then see how there's a nice big chunk of contour right here? I will put that angled end right at the bottom, right here. And you always want it darker back here, lighter as you come forward. And you kind of want to stay even with, you know, the way your cheek will naturally curve right there. And then I take the other side that doesn't have any makeup on it and I buff up. I never buff down because I just feel like that will take away. This helps lift everything. So once that's nice and blended, see, and you can even do things like that where you take highlight and just fix whatever it is you want to fix. Then I take my blush. This side is for bronzer, this side is for blush, so I use the blush end. Just dab it into my blush color. All of these colors, a little bit goes a long way, so be gentle. Right here in the front. You don't want to go up, you know, really high into your highlight, and you don't want to go low down here on your lip, just right, boom. And then you can kind of push it back into your contour color. That almost gives it kind of like a warm look, I feel like. And it just kind of blends everything together really pretty too. So now I've got that little rosy color going on. And that, ladies and gents, is how I detail contour. That's it. Thanks for watching.